Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmoy Vishwas. I hope you all are fine. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry, the History of Molecules. So today we are going to discuss about another interesting basic science related topic, that is keto-enol tautomerism. We know in case of aldol condensation under acid or base catalyzed condition, we have observed that this keto-enol tautomerism plays the key important role for the generation of nucleophile. But how this is and what is the driving force, why this has happened, a complete basic understanding we will learn in this topic. So a lot of chemistry to be learned in this video, so I request you please watch until the end. Now what is this keto-enol tautomerism? Actually, if we think this is a keto, means it's a carbonyl and it remains converted into the corresponding enol. Okay, the term in is for this double bond in and all for this alcohol. Okay, so double bond attached to alcohol, but generally these equilibrium refers to remain towards the keto side. Okay, means enol content in normal carbonyl compound is very low. In some special cases will come later on, this enol content improvised due to some special stabilization factor. By the way, this keto is more stable than this enol because the bond energy of keto is higher than enol. Okay, and if you see the polarity pattern, this keto sigma moment, this is sigma moment, this direction, pi moment, that is also the same direction. But in this case, sigma moment in this direction, sigma, and pi moment, because this lone pair is in conjugation, so lone pair pushes here, this opens, so pi moment in this direction. So polarity of enol, so polarity of enol is less than polarity of keto. Okay, so these are some few basic information I think you must understand. Okay, now let's come to our today's discussion thing, that is what is the mechanism for this keto-enol tautomerism, and actually we will now focus on two medium, in acidic medium or in basic medium. Okay, so let's discuss first in acid. By the way, if no acid or base is there in the reaction medium, they are stable individual conformer. I will provide you one example at the last stage of this. So let's come to keto-enol tautomerism mechanism in acid. So this is the keto, and actually for that purpose you need a hydrogen, it is essential. Okay, so alpha hydrogen is essential, and actually this is a shift of alpha hydrogen from keto to enol, but this shift needed an acid or alkali or base as a catalyst. Now what happens in presence of acid? Acid means actually it's H3O plus, but we are not focusing on that part. Let's discuss about OH. So when H plus is present in the medium as a acid, then we need some base, and we can consider that this carbonyl group, this oxygen lone pair, act as a base to abstract this. So what it produces? This is protonated carbon. Okay, the formal charge is on oxygen. You can write the canonical form of this thing in this way, that this is a positive charge density. So what is the benefit of this? So this protonation enhances the electrophilicity of carbonyl. How? In electrophilicity of carbon. Question how? See, previously only the withdrawing effect was operating, but a neutral molecule was acting as a withdrawing group. But right now positive charge increases. Now actually formal positive charge on oxygen, but this indicates that the electron deficiency of carbon also increases. Now previously it was withdrawing, but not that much like. So here the extent of withdrawing capability increases. Consequently, enolization favors. Okay, it doesn't mean that in normal stage keto doesn't remain in enol. Yes, there are very less amount of enol present in the medium, but that is not a significant. But when you add some acid, its amount significantly increases. How? Because of this. Now what happens in the next? So in next, see, this is an actual aqueous medium, or another possible also. So two option possible. If you take aqueous medium, then water can abstract this proton, or if you don't take aqueous medium, another carbonyl group can act as a base. Okay, so let's consider non-aqueous, because so this carbonyl group act as a base. See, previously it was act as a base for proton abstraction. So right now similar thing, proton abstraction. So what it will generate? It will generate, this is OH plus with a minus. Okay, after proton abstraction. And what is the fate of this carbonyl group? This. See, what is the benefit of this structure? The benefit is, see, previously after protonation it was generated, and see now it again generated. So in this way reaction will go on. So that's a fine thing. Now what is this? So it can push here and it can go. See, negative charge, positive charge, both in a single molecule. So overall it's a neutral molecule. So we can write this in this way. The canonical form is this. So this is our target enol. So in this way reaction proceeds. Okay. So this is the overall understanding in acid medium. Now in base, so in basic medium what happens? Now see, the same carbonyl is there with alpha hydrogen, and base like hydroxyl group is there. Always prefer to write the negative charge above oxygen, not H. Means why? What I am saying, that sometimes people write this. This is apparently wrong. Okay, so you shouldn't write that. So this. Now question, what happens? See, this is acidic because alpha 2 carbonyl withdrawing effect this is, but previously we have added acid, so so it cannot abstract directly this proton, but here base is there, so it can directly abstract the proton. So if it abstract, what, the negative charge will come here. So this is, by the way, this is known as enol. This is known as enol, and this is enolate. Why? Because if you think that enolate, because if you take an alcohol, it we add, or if better to say, if you take a carboxylic acid and it resulted in deprotonation, this, what we say this as carboxylate. Carboxylate plus carboxyl. So that's why enol plus ate, you may consider like that. Okay. So this, now this enolate is generated. So it has a canonical form. This. So this is the O minus. By the way, I have written it is a one directional arrow. Actually all the steps are reversible. Okay, so all the steps, generally we write in this way when we write the reaction. So this is actually a reversible reaction. So this, and what it can do, it can abstract the, see, previously this, it was generated water, so HOH, it can add, so this enolate can abstract proton from here, and this, so what it generates, this is. Now question is, see, overall process, when we have used acid In this case, acid was generated. See, here acid consumption and here acid generation. Means this is produced, means it's acid plus carbonyl. So acid is generated here. Now, similarly, here base is consumed, here base is generated. So it will result in OH minus production. Okay. So what is the conclusion? That acid or base needed catalytic amount. So they act as a catalyst. They act as a catalyst for this process. Okay. So a simple question: if we keep a keto or enol, will it be stable for long time in absence of any acid or base? Yes, I will give the proof. And second, then why some amount of acid or some amount of enol is present? For example, you prepare acetone, very less amount of enol is present. Question: why that much amount of enol is present? Because if you consider acetone, for example, this. So in this case, not only this, another molecule of acetone can act as a base. So one acetone is acting as an acid, one acetone is acting as a base. So in this way they can undergo enolization. But question: why very less amount of enol is produced? Because the acetone is a very weak base. So equilibrium is always preferred to remain in the reactant site. Means the keto site, not the product site. That is the reason they undergo. So that so in this way reaction occurs. Now, as I told that if we don't put any acid or base, this keto or enol will be stabilized. I know it's little unbelievable. And for that thing, let's take a common example. Common example means if you consider aldehyde, means carbonyl aldehyde. Aldehyde prefers to remain in keto form because it is stabilized. C double bond O is more stable. So you may consider that. Let's take acid aldehyde. This is so the equilibrium will prefer to remain in the reactant side. This is okay. So we can consider this is more stable. But if, as I told, that if we can keep the enol in absence of any acid or base, then it will be stabilized. Now question: is it really possible to prepare isolated enol, means directly enol, not keto? Yes, possible. How? If you take ethylene glycol, now just consider that if you dehydrate this, dehydrate means removal of one molecule of water. So this water removal, what will you do? See, here one molecule of one proton is there, so you are removing this part. Okay, and how this is carried out? In presence of very high temperature like 900 degrees centigrade. By the way, this is ethylene glycol. BP around, I am not sure, around 180 degrees centigrade. Okay, very high boiling point solvent. So 900 degrees centigrade, low pressure. So if you do, means then dehydration becomes facile. So what happens? It will result in a double bond, means this part it evaporated as water, so it produced water. This is and added this OH. See, this is exactly same enol of acetaldehyde, and so this undergoes to the ketone form, but slowly. Okay, so slowly it undergo ketone. Now what we learned from this observation? We learned that if we can prepare enol and separate or isolate this, all time not possible, or we can isolate or detect. Better to say we can detect this. How? I will say detect. So it undergo the conversion slowly. Okay. So now question: how to detect this? Using NMR spectroscopy. Using NMR spectroscopy, we can detect this enol. Now, for high school student, you may not aware about this NMR spectroscopy. Just keep it in mind. It is a detection technique for organic molecules. Better to say inorganic. Detection technique for molecules who are NMR active, means nuclear magnetic resonance active. Okay. So in this way we can detect the keto-enol tautomerism. Okay. And another. So this is one proof that if we can isolate, if we can separately prepare enol. Another proof is that. So let's take the example of this. This is actually CH3COCH3. This is acetone, and versus if we take the deuterated derivative, means better to say, not exactly example I will provide instantly, that this versus this, because exact example I haven't observed. So in this case, if this, so what we have observed during the study, that this bond breaks and reaction proceeds, because it is one of the step in the equilibrium, and it was observed that in case of this, primary kinetic isotope effect observed. What do I mean then? So that is primary kinetic isotope effect, and that value Kh by Kd was observed around 5. So what do I mean? This bond breaking is much easier compared to the other. Actually it is observed, because this bond between carbon and deuterium is stronger than carbon and hydrogen, although they are isotopes. Actually we say that isotopes have similar chemical and similar chemical property, because isotope thing is a nuclear phenomena, but some chemical property difference is observed. That very minute thing is explained based on this thing, that is primary kinetic isotopic effect. So this bond, so what message is given by from here, that if this bond breaking involves in the rate determined step or RDS, okay, then it shows the primary kinetic isotopic effect, because RDS means the slowest step, and in the slowest step, if any small changes of reactivity observed, that reflects the overall rate of reaction. So in simple understanding, you may say that the rate, this is rate is higher, and here rate is relatively slower, and relative means comparison means this one. Okay, so this thing you may just as a conclusion, you may keep this thing in your mind. Okay, so this is the overall discussion about this keto-enol tautomerism, this basic idea, reaction mechanism and stability. So what you have learned, that this keto-enol tautomerism is a phenomena of keto and enol, but actually this is a hydrogen transfer from the alpha proton of the carbonyl group. But this transfer cannot be happened by itself. It needs some acid or base as a catalyst. Point number 1. Point number 2, then why ketone or aldehyde contains very slight amount of enol? That is because the molecule itself can act as acid or base. So that's why, but equilibrium prefers to remain left side, because keto or enol means keto is, they are not a very good base or acid. Point number 2. Third, that how if this keto or enol prepared separately and preserved in absence of any acid or base, they are stable. Proof of the concept, that if you take ethylene glycol and dehydrate it under low temperature, it will result in the vinyl alcohol. So this, its name is vinyl alcohol, because this is vinyl alcohol. So this is a vinyl alcohol, and it could be detected in presence of NMR spectroscopy, and they converted to acetaldehyde but very slowly. Okay, and another proof of this concept is primary kinetic isotopic effect, where it is observed that the rate of corresponding CH is relatively higher than rate of CT, and primary kinetic isotopic effect, that is Kh by Kd, is around 5. So this is the overall discussion. This is the end of this lecture. If this lecture is very helpful, please help my channel to grow. First of all, subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon such that you get the notification of every single video I upload. Secondly, share this video, like this video and make some good comments to motivate me. So thank you again. Stay happy, stay blessed. See you in my next video.